Hey y'all, my name is Susan and this is my butterfly gardening channel. And it's Friday morning and I'm just coming out to check on my babies, my new caterpillar babies, and the eggs and see if anybody else has hatched. I'm just gonna run out in the yard and look around to make sure I don't find my little monarch friend I released somewhere out there struggling, which I hope I don't. And today is the Friday before the weekend, before the last week of school. Us teachers, we count down every little thing. We count down, and I'm even worse at it. Like yesterday was our last day of the year wearing professional dress clothes to work because today's a jeans day and we get to wear jeans all next week. That makes me happy. And so I texted my team. I said, today's the last day in 2021 that we have to wear work clothes to work. There's a hummingbird out there right now. Okay, let's go. I'm going to check on the babies. I literally have 7 minutes till I'm supposed to be in the car and leaving. And run through the garden and see if I see a monarch that is mine. So this is the plant that I put them on, the ones that had hatched. And I'm keeping them in the smaller enclosure because there's not that many of them. And you know, not all eggs hatch. I took the little tiny leaves that they were on, the aquatic milkweed. I cut as much of it off as I could. And I just set the leaves down in there. You can see they're all crumpled and dry so the babies could crawl off. So I'm gonna get in there and check and make sure that happened. And then here's my little incubator right here that has the rest of the eggs in it. So we'll peek in there too. And look, my little pot of honey still in there for my sweet baby. Hey y'all, it's Friday afternoon. I just got home from work. It's the weekend. It's my last weekend before my last week of work. Woo! Don't you love how I sing that? I'm just a little bit happy about that. I tried filming this morning and there was something smeared on the lens of my camera and everything was blurry. I couldn't get it to focus in on my caterpillar baby. So I'm back and we're gonna try it again. And I'm gonna take the lid off, see if any more eggs have hatched, and check on the babies that are on the milkweed in the enclosure. Okay, so there's a baby. And then there's one more egg on there that could still hatch. There's an aphid. There was one on here. It hatched. It climbed onto another leaf. There's an egg there still too. So I'm gonna move this little baby onto the plant. And here's my Gulf fritillary caterpillar, all nice and big and healthy looking. Probably gonna be pupating soon. Okay, there's one little baby. You can see it's been munching. And there's another little one. Yeah, I just went out and checked and look. I found some more baby caterpillars. They were out on my aquatic milkweed. You know what's so super cool about this is this aquatic milkweed is native, which means like these are legitimate monarch caterpillar babies that weren't randomly laid on some milkweed plant that should have died back and wasn't supposed to be there. But this is actually native to Florida. And look at those babies. I'm gonna go put them on another plant that has fresh leaves and move them into my nursery. Yeah, good morning. It's Saturday morning. You're not seeing me right now, but you're seeing my garden room before I turn the lights on when the sun's out. I love the look of it. Just coming out to all this green lush. I mean, honestly, it's plastic crates with wood planks stacked on them all the way down. But there's something cool about it. And then right in the middle is my little enclosure with my new baby caterpillars on it, on their little plants. So cute. Oh my goodness. We'll be checking in on them later. Anyway, I'm going to go back in the house and do a couple things and turn my grow lights on out here, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, I've noticed a few things about these Root Riot propagating cubes. They definitely do better where they are in water, but they have airspace between them. These ones were all in those little green containers and they weren't looking great. And look at all my seeds that have sprouted. And those all perked up fabulously when I put them in this basket where their bases are sitting in the water, but there is space between them. Same with this one. I filled it with water and they've all perked up except this guy, but I think he was already too far gone. And these guys are in this container that there is, see, they're not packed in there. There's some airflow between them. But when I had them all jammed into those little green containers, that's when we had issues. So I'm gonna not use those and move everything here. And on this one here, I have to keep the water level so high to reach the bottom of the cubes. I think I'm going to notch down and just cut out a little bit lower section so I can drop these lower. The other thing I might do is I might put some rocks in here, like little garden stones, to have less water in there, but that might make it harder to clean. I don't know. I guess I could just carry it out and hose it out. Maybe I'll try the rocks first because I do not enjoy cutting plastic things. So I can just pick up the tray and let them drip off a little bit. I'm just going to set this off to the side, and then I'm going to put some garden rocks down in the bottom of this to raise the water level up, and we'll see how that does. Oh, look how pretty that stone is. Oh my goodness, look how pretty that one is. I love rocks too. Look, that one's got like, oh no, it just must have been the lighting. Okay, so I want to put the flatter rocks in the middle and then the taller rocks on the edges. Okay, let's see how that does. Yep, that worked. That got the water level up to the bottom, but yet I'm not going to have to keep like tons of water in there. So we'll see how that does. We will see how that does. Okay, next I want to talk about these guys here, which some of them are starting to push out roots and others are not. And the bases, I mean, there's a little bit of root coming out of that one, but they're also starting to kind of like harden off. So I think that these propagate much better and faster in the Root Riot cubes. But I'm running out of places to put them, and I like this setup up here. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the Root Riot cube and put all these cuttings in one, and then I'll just pop these into the floral tube. Now, you're wondering, well, why am I doing that? Well, because the water's there. And then when they need watered, I can just flip them over and give them a drink and then just put it back. Is that not cool? So then it gets, I can use this space. I don't have to find another tray to put them in because I have tons of these floor tubes. What I'm doing here when I'm like redoing and rethinking is I'm trying to use what I have. I'm trying to not spend money and use what I have to get the most milkweed that I can for my spring season. So that's why I keep changing up all these arrangements. But I think I'm going to get roots faster. And I'm also going to dip all of the cuttings in my Clonex. And then I'll put them in the Root Riot cube. And then I'll move them onto the floral tubes so they'll be easy to water. Let's go try that. Okay, now I do have to say, I do buy these. These are not something I already had, but they're so good. Again, they're on Amazon. This is a bag of 100 of them. I think it's like $26. I don't know. I have it linked below in my affiliate links, but I absolutely love these things. And they do look just like that. And if I can get 100 milkweed plants for $26 using these, I'll take it. I'll take it. All day long, I'll take it. Y'all know how expensive it is keeping milkweed in stock for your caterpillars. Okay, and there they are. And I can even top water them. Like if I'm in a rush in the morning, I can use my little water squeeze bottle and just water them from the top if I don't have time to, flip them upside down for a moment. And I like arrange them. Like these are all the same plants, but look, I have half the tray left. So I'm going to go find, I think I have some more floral tubes that are large like that somewhere. I'm going to go find all that I can and propagate some more cuttings. Hey y'all, so as I'm out here working on my milkweed, I've noticed some of my little milkweed cuttings that rooted that I put in pots have some aphids on them. Now, I know aphids are a part of nature and they have their place in the garden because they're all part of the food chain. But inside my nursery, my garden room, I don't have all the rest of nature in here to take care of them. So that leaves it to this natural person to take care of them. So I'm going to show you how I do it on my little small plants. So here's one of my little small plants, and you can see the little aphids right there. So all I do is I just take a paper towel. This is the Bounty Selecta size. I like quality paper towels. And I get it wet, and I just gently wrap it around the plant and, give a little hug to my milkweed plant. And then you can see there are my aphids, and there's my plant. And now they are all nice and bathed and free of aphids, which is a good thing. So y'all want to hear a funny story? Like a really, really funny story? I tend to be one of those people that does things the stupid hard way before figuring out there's an easy way. Anybody out there like that? My dad was like that. I miss my dad. So these little Root Riot cubes, oddly the same exact shape as the little grow trays. These, look, that's them. That's them. Let's laugh. Let's have a moment. You know, one of the things my students like about me is I'm very honest, and I'll be the first person to throw my own self under the bus because I want them to see that it's okay to make mistakes, or it's okay to do silly things, or things the backwards long way around, because that's part of life and that's part of the fun. And if you can't laugh at it, then what's the point? So send me an LOL comment or something, and I'm gonna get back to propagating. I'm gonna have so much milkweed. It's insane. I love it. Watch how nicely they fit in. Look. Oh. I can't even with myself right now believe it. Yeah, there's a little yellow sulfur in my garden. It's so beautiful today. The clouds are rolling in a little bit, but we're in the 80s in December, and I'll take that all day long. Oh my gosh, y'all, I just saw Monarch over here. A raggedy, tattered Monarch with hardly any wing left. I don't even know how it's flying. You see it? Come back over here. Guys, look who I just found out in my garden. On my sad little maypop that's growing on the fence. Look at this cute little guy. So he's coming in. I'm just gonna put him in the floral tube where the other big guy was, and he's gone off to pupate. He's somewhere in there, but anyway, welcome to a safe little home, little one. So there he is in the enclosure, but my maypop is, I don't know, it's looking kind of dry, but I have this beautiful little fresh leafed corky stem, so I'm gonna put a cutting of it in there also, and that way that little guy will have some fresh options.